I know what you might be thinking when you watch this video. Has Mrs. Curtin been wearing the same outfit and using the same paper for like 3 days? No, I filmed 3 videos in one day, so it's okay. I shower every day and I change my clothes. Okay, so we have binomials with radicals. Binomial, if you recall, just means like 2 numbers. So it's really just a fancy way of saying what happens when I do something like this. Multiply 5 plus root 2 times 5 minus root 2. Okay, well, we're going to take this and we're going to FOIL, okay? Because it just, basically I can't add 5 and root 2 because they're kind of not like terms. So I can FOIL. Anyway, it's going to be 5 times 5, which is 25. 5 times negative root 2, which is minus 5 root 2, and then etc. Right, we just FOIL. And then the 5 root 2's cancel because they're opposite sign, and I'm just left with 23. Because positive rad 2 times negative rad 2 is negative rad 4, which is the same thing as negative 2. Let's do another example where we have 5 minus rad 2 times 3 minus 2 root 2. So the first term becomes 15, and then we have minus 10 root 2, then minus 3 root 2, and then if I multiply those last 2 things, I'm going to end up with 4 because the rad 2 and the rad 2 multiply to be a 2, and then there's another 2 there, so it becomes 4. I combine all the like terms, the rad 2's and the regular numbers, and I end up with 19, which is 15 plus 4, minus 13 root 2, which is the same thing as negative 10 root 2 minus 3 root 2. Another example here, I'm just going to fit all of these onto the same page. 3 rad 5 plus 2 rad 15, 4 rad 3 minus 3 rad 15. So I'm just going to distribute. First terms become 12 times root 15, and then outside. So that's going to be minus 9 times rad 3 times 25, right? Because 15 is 3 times 5, right? I'm going to combine the 5s together. And then the next term is going to be 8 times 5 times 9, right? Just recalling that each 15 is 5 times 3, right? So I can combine it that way. It's just kind of like a different way of writing it. You could also just say that it's 45. It doesn't matter to me. And then the last one is going to be minus 6 times 15 because rad 15 times rad 15 is just 15. So then I'm just going to combine everything. Notice that a 5 comes out of that guy, so it's going to be 45 rad 3. And then a 3 comes out of the next guy, so it's going to be 24 rad 5. And then the last guy is just a number. Usually we write the number in the front, so I'm going to rewrite it in the front. It's negative 90. 6 times 15 is negative 90. And that is my complete expression. Yeah, so, I do this sort of funny business with, like, rewriting it so it's 3 times 25 and 5 times 9. That's just a little math trick for my brain. You don't have to do it that way, okay? You can just say that, originally when we had 3 times, where I have 3 times 25, that's just 75. And I could have just written 75 and then figured out later what would come out. It's really up to you. Anyway, suppose we have a triangle, and I need to figure out x, and I have these other 2 sides that have radicals. If you recall, when I have 2 sides of a triangle, I can always figure out the third, because a squared plus b squared equals c squared, right? That's Pythagorean theorem. Hopefully you remember that from geometry. So that means x squared plus this one side squared is equal to the hypotenuse squared, right? Which is a big thing that I'm not going to say out loud because I'm tired of saying rads and such. I'm out of breath. Hopefully you had a good Christmas break. I know that was a little while ago, but anyway, hopefully you had a good Christmas break. I'm filming this right after, which is why it's on my mind. Anyway, so I'm going to expand the squares so that it's, 4 plus 3 root 2 times 4 plus 3 root 2. Because remember, I can't just take the square to 4 and the square to 3 rad 2, right? That would be incorrect. And then I'm going to FOIL. So it's going to be 16 plus 12 root 2 plus 12 root 2 plus 3 root 2 times 3 root 2 is 9 times 2, which is 18. And then we have 36 plus what's going to end up being 24 rad 2 when we combine the 2 of them. And then we're going to get 8. 2 rad 2 times 2 rad 2 is 8. I'm just going to keep combining like terms. So 16 plus 18 is 34. 12 rad 2 plus 12 rad 2 is 24 rad 2, and then I have 36 plus 8, which is 44, plus 24 rad 2. The 24 rad 2s are on both sides. Whoa, look at that imprint on my hand. I just noticed that. Weird. Okay, so the 24 rad 2s cancel, and I end up with x squared is equal to 10 when I bring the 34 to the other side. So therefore, x is equal to root 10. Now, technically, it would be x is equal to plus or minus root 10, but we're talking about a triangle, right? And sides are always positive. it doesn't make sense to have a side be negative, right? So we only keep the positive solution. Anyway, have a great day. Good luck with your homework. Bye.